No intro? Let's get started. When growing up, Nate always dreamed of being an adventurer. Nate loved reading books about adventurers and their tales. But one day his father got sick and tired of his son just reading and dreaming away and not doing anything. And told him he had to stop having these dreams and that he should pick up an axe and start working in Trent to earn money for his family. So Nate did what was asked of him. He worked hard in Trent, but in his spare time he kept reading books. His dreams were still there. One day Nate didn't come to work. His dad got home, he saw that Nate was reading a book and didn't even notice his dad coming into the house. So his dad sat down in front of him and he said, "We need to talk." And after a little conversation, Nate started to realize that reading books wasn't going to help him achieve his goals. It was silent for a bit. Nate's dad started to look worried. Then he said, "Since you want to be an adventurer, I saved up to buy you a horse and a sword so that you can leave Bear and explore the world. Travel to Velia and Balanos and start your adventure there. Help out the locals wherever you can." Nate stood there listening to what his dad was saying and he couldn't believe it. It was silent for a few minutes. He was scared about adventuring through the world, but he knew things needed to change. He just couldn't sit around reading books all day for the rest of his life. So he told his dad that he would leave the next morning. His father smiled and said, "Please come back in one piece to us to share your stories." The now famous Nate was fighting in the Altinova arena for the past months to show his skills and strength. He was an undefeated warrior famous throughout the lands of Black Desert until one day a shady person walked towards him after he won another fight. And she said, "Meet me at the highest point in Altinova." Nate went over there and waited. It didn't take long for the shady person to arrive. There was a dragon scene in the great desert of Valencia. Nate got offered a contract that if he could manage to slay the dragon and ensure the trade routes were safe, he would be awarded with not only fame but with riches he could never imagine. Nate agreed and the next morning he went out to the desert. After Nate's achievement of slaying the mighty dragon Nuver, he decided that his adventuring days were over and it was time to head home. Finally, Nate arrived in Bear. Every single citizen in Bear looked at him strangely. He felt uncomfortable. When he reached his house, his dad was sitting in a chair and looked at him with a grin on his face. "So you finally returned home after those 15 years. I knew you would make it. I knew you could live your dreams. Your tales are told all over the world. Everyone in this village thinks I've gone bloody mad because I said you were my son. You are the living proof that you can achieve your dreams as long as you're willing to work hard." Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to hear more about Nate's adventures and about what happened in those 15 years, please be sure to subscribe. I got lots more coming about Nate's adventures and other content too. I also want to give a special thanks to Lena, Ryan, Cake Talk, Louis and Ashley for helping me out with creating this video. I got a lot of ideas for new MMO content, so please be sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.